Why it sucks to be born as a flying snake. Welcome to the world. You were born 90 feet above the ground, shaped like a breathing shoelace, with no legs, no wings, no training, and a forest floor full of animals that would love to turn your entire childhood into a snack. Great start. If you enjoy animal survival stories where nature gives babies no tutorial, subscribe now, because this one begins with a newborn snake solving gravity. You are curled on a tree branch with your siblings, still soft, tiny, and confused. Below you, the ground looks calm, but that is only because danger becomes adorable when seen from far enough away. Down there are monitor lizards, civets, bigger snakes, and hungry birds waiting for anything small enough to make a mistake. That mistake is probably you. Then your mother moves. For a second, you might think she is coming to help. Maybe she is going to explain food and predators. Nope, she crawls to the edge of the branch. Wait, why is she leaning forward? Her body bends into a J shape. Her ribs spread. Her round body flattens into a living ribbon. And then she jumps, because your mother can fly. Technically, she glides, but from your tiny newborn point of view, she just threw herself off a tree and refused to participate in falling correctly. She ripples side to side through the air, sliding forward between branches like gravity just got demoted. For a moment, she looks impossible. Then she vanishes into the canopy. First parenting lesson, goodbye. You look at your siblings. They look at you. Nobody knows anything. Everyone is long, nervous, and built like a loose cable. One sibling volunteers. Brave, confident, probably about to become a lesson. He crawls forward, hangs from the branch, bends into that J shape, and launches. For one beautiful second, he looks like he understands life. Then he spins sideways, flips through leaves, and drops out of sight. Okay, maybe not him. Another sibling tries, and this one does something different. His body spreads wider, his belly pulls in. His ribs push outward, turning him from a round snake into a flat little ribbon that can catch the air. He wiggles in an S shape, not because he is panicking, although he absolutely is, but because that motion helps him steer. He lands on another branch. Silence. Bad news. Now everyone knows it is possible. Your turn. The branch under your belly feels like premium real estate. The air ahead looks empty, vertical, and interested in your failure. Above the canopy, two dark shapes circle. Eagles. Of course. Nature saw a newborn snake standing on the edge of death and thought, needs more birds. You launch. For the first instant, you fall like a dropped shoelace. Then instinct takes over, your ribs flare, your body flattens, and the air catches you just enough. Left, right, left again. Your whole body swims through the air, not flying like a bird, not floating like a leaf, but fighting gravity with geometry and panic. The eagle dives. You bend hard, its claws miss by inches, which sounds like a small detail until you remember inches are most of your body. The target branch rushes closer. You lift your head, your tail follows, your body slows, and you hit bark. Slide, scramble, grip. You made it. Congratulations. You did not die. Do not get arrogant. Physics has excellent patience. For now, you learn the first law of your entire life. The ground is lava. Not because it burns, but because everything down there is better at walking than you are. On the forest floor, you are small, slow, visible, and made of protein. Up in the trees, you are still made of protein, but at least the menu has to climb. This is why your body exists. Your ancestors were not born with a perfect flight plan. They were tree snakes stuck with gaps, predators, and bad options. Some crawled down and became lunch. Some fell badly and also became lunch. But every now and then, one snake flattened better, bent at the right moment, landed less terribly, and survived long enough for evolution to copy the mistake. Evolution is not a genius designer. It is a blind accountant. Dead? Remove. Survived? Maybe copy. Over millions of years, the slightly less dead snakes kept passing on the body plan. Wider ribs, flatter bodies, stronger side-to-side motion, better air control. What began as falling badly became falling with direction. Very impressive. Still no instruction manual. Your first days are a collection of near disasters. You launch too early, aim too late, mistake leaves for branches, and discover that leaves are emotionally supportive but structurally useless. Once you overshoot a landing and hang by your tail like nature's worst decoration. If snakes had smartphones, your childhood would be a fail compilation. But each mistake teaches you something. High branches give distance. Thick branches give launch power. Open gaps give room to steer. Wind can help you, betray you, or turn your body into a confused noodle with eyes. Slowly, the forest stops looking like random trees. It becomes a map. Every branch is a road. Every gap is an express lane. Every landing spot is either a safe exit or a very short documentary about consequences. And because your survival depends on where you launch from, a good branch is not just a branch. It is real estate. Good height, clean angle, strong bark, low predator traffic, excellent view. Basically a penthouse, except the elevator is your own nervous system. You glide toward one perfect branch and find someone already there. Wait. Oh, that is your sibling from this morning. He stares at you, not with love, but like a landlord who just found you standing in his parking spot. He raises his body and tries to look bigger. You raise yours for about half a second. Then remember, you enjoy being alive. You retreat, smart. In this forest, bravery is useful, but stupidity is free delivery for predators. After the first chaotic days, your life settles into a rhythm. Not a peaceful rhythm, because peace is mostly something documentaries add with music. Your rhythm is climb, freeze, launch, glide, land, hide, and occasionally pretend to be bark while something with a beak looks directly at you. You learn that stillness can be stronger than speed. A bird may miss you if you look like a branch. A civet may pass below if you do not twitch. A larger snake may ignore you if you do not advertise yourself as lunch with movement. This is the quiet part of survival. No chase, no dramatic dive, just a tiny body doing nothing perfectly. Then hunger arrives. Your stomach does not care that you are still learning how not to die. You need food, and no one is climbing 90 feet to deliver it. Your menu includes tree lizards, frogs, insects, and anything small enough to fit in your mouth and slow enough to make a terrible decision. You spot a lizard on a nearby branch, facing away. Nice angle, tiny legs, overconfidence. Perfect. You check the wind. You line up the distance. You choose a landing path. This is not just jumping at food. This is geometry with hunger. You launch silently from above. No footsteps, no wing beats, no warning. Your body flattens, your ribs hold the air, and your shaped movement bends you toward the target like a ribbon with criminal intent. The lizard turns, gone. Your lunch has moved to another postal code. You land exactly where dinner used to be. Awkward. A few more attempts go badly. One frog jumps early, one insect drops away. One lizard freezes so perfectly you almost miss it, because apparently even food has strategy. Finally, you catch something small and deeply unimpressive. But food is food, and food means you get to continue being a problem in the ecosystem. Weeks become months. Your body grows longer, stronger, and better at arguing with gravity. Your launches become cleaner. Your landings stop looking like accidents with confidence. You learn which branches catch morning sun, which gaps are too exposed, and which beautiful landing spots are actually ambush sites for animals with better teeth. By adulthood, you are no longer a panic thread with ribs. You are around 40 inches of flexible confidence. In good conditions, a flying snake can glide impressive distances, covering far more forward distance than it loses in height. To a normal snake, a gap between trees is a problem. To you is a route, a shortcut, and occasionally a dramatic way to miss lunch. The ground still exists. You simply treat it like a rumor with teeth. Adult life brings new problems. Everyone wants the same good branches, prey, rivals, predators, and other flying snakes who also believe they found the perfect view first. The forest has invented real estate drama without paperwork. One morning you find a perfect hunting branch. Good height, clean air, strong bark, excellent frog visibility. This is premium property. The kind of branch that makes a snake think, I could build a career here, which is impressive for an animal with no job. Then another flying snake arrives. Of course, he wants the same branch. You raise your body, he raises his. Neither of you has shoulders, but both of you are doing your best. For a long moment, nothing happens. And somehow, that is the fight. No biting, no slapping, no dramatic snake duel. Just two reptiles silently asking, are you really going to make this weird? He launches first. You follow. Two flattened bodies glide toward the same target branch. He starts reckless. You stay controlled. He wobbles. You steer. The branch gets closer. Two snakes. One landing spot. Great design, nature. He hesitates. You do not. You hit the bark first, grip hard, and claim the branch. He twists away, misses the good landing, and drops toward a lower trunk. Still alive. Probably offended. You win the branch, but more importantly, you win the angle. In your world, view is not luxury. View is survival. Then mating season arrives because apparently your dangerous life needed a talent show. Females rest across the branches while males show off movement, control, and timing. A clean glide says something important. This body works. These muscles coordinate. These genes have not been publicly embarrassed by gravity. You launch. This time, it is not panic. It is performance. Your ribs spread smoothly. Your body flattens wide, and your shaped wave carries you between branches with the confidence of someone who has survived enough disasters to pretend they were training. For a moment, you look incredible. The female watches. Another male glides better. She chooses him. Painful, possibly unfair. You move on with the emotional depth of a reptile and try again somewhere else. If you are male, parenting is simple. Mate, leave, and contribute absolutely nothing. No nest building. No food delivery. No awkward lecture about gravity. If you are female, the job is harder. You carry the next generation for months while still doing the same insane routine: hunting, climbing, gliding, hiding, avoiding birds, avoiding lizards, and avoiding becoming the sad example in a biology video. Eventually, you find a hidden place to lay your eggs, a hollow, a sheltered pocket, somewhere warm enough and safe enough to give the next generation a chance. You deposit the clutch, then you leave. No waiting, no nursery, no touching family reunion. In a few months, the babies will hatch alone, high above the forest floor, with bodies built from trial, error, and snakes that fell slightly less terribly than the others. Just like you, years pass. The forest is familiar now, but your body is changing. The J shape takes more effort. Your ribs still spread, but not as sharply. Your corrections come later. Long glides become shorter hops, and the top branches belong to younger snakes with fresher muscles and worse judgment. You move lower. Not to the ground. Never the ground. Just the middle branches, where the gaps are shorter and the prey is less glamorous. This is not weakness. This is strategy with back pain. One day, you spot a frog on a nearby branch. Big, slow, perfect. The distance looks easy. You have done this thousands of times. You grip the bark, lean forward, and launch. At first, everything feels normal. Ribs spread, body flattens, air catches you. Then the turn comes late, just a little late. But in the air, a little late is how gravity starts writing your ending. The target branch slides away. You ripple harder. Too late. Leaves blur past. The forest opens below. And there it is, the ground. After all those years, all those clean landings, all those escaped birds, all those perfect glides through green air, it was still waiting. Below you, something moves. A monitor lizard. Of course, nature enjoys callbacks. You fall, and the old rule returns, simple as ever. For a flying snake, the ground is lava.